Negotiations for a truce, which would bring about a halt in the fighting and ensure the release of some of the remaining Israeli captives, have been stalled for months. The foreign ministers of Egypt and Qatar, who've been trying to bring about some sort of resolution here, are blaming Israel for obstructing that process. Hamas had agreed to a 60-day ceasefire, during which time half of the remaining 50 Israeli hostages, 20 of whom are believed to still be alive, would have been released. But Israel instead is pushing for all to be freed. Egypt and Qatar are making the call for Israel to properly negotiate as Israel ratchets up its campaign to take control and occupy Gaza City, a place it describes as one of Hamas's final strongholds. More and more strikes are being reported across the city, particularly in some of its outer suburbs. Israeli forces are continuing to mass at the Gaza border ahead of that offensive, which is currently focused on strikes, but which will have to be backed up with boots on the ground. The United Nations is warning the war is about to enter a new and dangerous phase as the IDF warns people to leave now, demanding they move through areas which are also under Israeli evacuation and displacement orders, considered to be combat zones, as they are pushed further south.
Hundreds of thousands of civilians, already exhausted and traumatized, would be forced to flee yet again, plunging families into even deeper peril.
The pressure is also coming from Israelis, dozens taking to the streets near the Prime Minister's private residence, which is on Gaza Street or Gaza Street in Jerusalem, demanding a ceasefire and hostage deal.
We ask here from President Trump, you did it before, do it again. Seal a deal and bring back 50 of our hostages. Only when the last hostage is back, peace will become here.
A lot of the protest action in Israel forcing Mr. Netanyahu, or trying to at least force him to accept a deal, is also focused on putting pressure on the Trump administration to in turn pressure Mr. Netanyahu. But to this point, the US president has largely given Mr. Netanyahu free rein when it comes to making decisions in Gaza. So that means that those calls for Washington to intervene may well fall on deaf ears. That is, unless Mr. Netanyahu frustrates Donald Trump to the point that he demands he change course.